Hello everyone and welcome to Brave Souls Rewind. For this week I'll be covering the Bankai Lost Agent version of Ichigo, who has been a community favorite for a very long time, and despite being a very old character, was still relevant even before his resurrection. Now let's see exactly what they did to him. Now as always, it started off with a normal attack damage build, and these Ichigo's normal attacks have always been pretty fun. They're extremely fast, he's got long reach at 20, and he's got a bruiser at 40. He didn't gain any additional abilities for his normal attacks when he got resurrected, but what he had already made him a decent character for a normal attack build. In the footage I'm showing, I'm using a Chappie, so his strong attacks aren't dealing a lot of damage. I'd recommend doing this build without a Chappie, but I did want to highlight just how much his normal attacks were doing. This is a really fun build. It's not the fastest, but you can still beat a quest in a decent amount of time. It's definitely a viable build, and I recommend you give it a shot if you have this character. Next up we have the strong attack damage / strong attack recharge build, and this is where this character excels. He started off with a strong attack damage link and he gained the strong attack recharge link of 10% when he got resurrected. He also got a plus 20 berserker, so his strong attacks deal 20% more damage on top of his SP boost acquired by his resurrection. For a high SP character, this is a really good outcome with resurrection, since it increases his damage and lets his strong attacks come back faster. The only thing that would actually make him better would be Havoc, which I'm honestly surprised they didn't give him, but even without it, his strong attacks do have really good range, and he has no problem clearing a quest fast. Obviously, this is a viable build, and it's the way this character was meant to be played. Now, while the strong attack damage and strong attack recharge build is the best build to use for this character, I'm gonna say that the most fun is his hybrid build, since with this build you get to use his normal attacks and they deal a decent amount of damage. Now don't get me wrong, in the last build they were actually useful for taking out enemies with a little bit of remaining health, but under this build you can actually use them to take out bigger enemies if you don't feel like wasting a strong attack on them. Overall, this build is a little bit slower than the last one, but I definitely enjoyed using it more. The only thing I would say is that if you're gonna try this build, have something to increase your stamina, since this build would cause you to use some accessories that may or may not neglect your stamina. That, or throw focus out the window and use Pupples and Yukis. Still, it's a very fun build and I highly recommend it. So yeah, this Ichigo got a pretty good treatment. He was already a really good character before, and his resurrection does not disappoint, since they could have very easily given him a not too useful link. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe to the channel, and let me know what other characters you want to see in a rewind.